Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back into the channel. So today's reading we are looking at what is your mark of the beast, okay? So we're going to basically be looking at the gifts that have been bestowed upon you from your guardian demons. And then towards the end of each individual pile, the reading, we will be looking at why you were marked, okay? So I have three piles for you guys to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So if you guys need more time to pick and choose which pile you feel most drawn to, you guys can do that now. And I will be starting with pile number 1. All right, group 1, welcome into your reading. So what is your mark of the beast? Okay, so what gifts were bestowed upon you from your guardian demons? And then with the occult tarot that I have here, we are going to take a look at why you were marked towards the end of your reading. Okay, so group 1, we have ritual with invocation. We have cloak with concealment. We have Maybon with balance. We have number 18, graveyard. We have number 44 with wolf. And number 25 with mischief. We have number 8, high priestess with conduit. Last card we have for you, group 1, we have number 24, curses and remedies, healing. Okay. All right, so let me take a look at this. I was getting a message already, okay? The gift that you have been bestowed from your guardian demon is the gift of a shapeshifter, okay? I'm seeing shapeshifting here. The reason why I say that, a lot of you may identify with people misjudging you in some way, shape, or form, and then when they get to know you, they see a whole nother side of you. They're like, whoa, I definitely misjudged you, okay? Maybe people think that you're super, super nice, which is great to be nice, but they think that they can step all over you, and soon to come, very soon, they find out this is not the one to mess with. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting here. So shape-shifting vibes. Also, you guys are able to basically interact with anybody. Doesn't matter what kind of religion or culture or whatever it may be. You guys are able to mix and mingle with quite a few different people. Okay, I'm getting wolf in sheepskin. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Especially with this wolf card, you see she's wearing like a wolf costume or something like that, but you see it's cloaking her, okay? But with the white, the symbolic of the white is like purity, okay? So I'm seeing that people may see you as pure. They don't see this other side of you. And I'm not saying you're bad. I'm not saying you're evil or anything like that. I'm just saying like there's another side of you that people, they don't see it coming, okay? And I feel for a lot of you, you bring that out when need be, okay? It's not something that just automatically comes out. The gift that has been bestowed upon you as well, you guys are very powerful when it comes to your rituals, your anything that you choose to incorporate in your rituals, they become very, very cloaked with magic, okay? Very empowered, all right? A lot of forbidden knowledge here is being bestowed upon you as well. I'm seeing with this Maybon balance with the tree here, there's apples that are on that tree, so it leads me to the forbidden knowledge, right? Quote unquote. You guys also have the gift of healing. So anybody who tries to throw a curse, hex, or anything of that nature towards you, you guys are able to heal yourself. You guys are very protected as well from your guardian demon, okay? Very protected. Nothing can come for you. Nothing can harm you, okay? And also, if you believe that you're cursed, if you believe that somebody has done something, in some way, shape, or form, with that energy of belief, okay, you give it power. So just be mindful of that, okay? So if you believe that somebody has cursed you, stop believing that. Just go ahead, tell yourself that you're protected, do a ritual, do something, pray to your guardian demon, whatever you want to do. Um, and don't give that negative curse or hex or anything like that. If you're feeling that, don't give it attention. When you give it attention, you give it power. Okay, you're giving your energy to it. Okay. So I do see your guardian demons as well. They have also bestowed the gift from them of protection. Okay, so I see that there too. Uh, I was saying something about shape-shifting here. So there's also, if you want to be seen, you can be, you know how to step up and be seen. But if there's times that you feel like cloaking yourself and not being seen, you guys can do that as well. Okay, it's like people don't notice you if you don't want to be noticed, and if you would like to be noticed, people notice you. Okay, and I'm also getting with this balance card because it's like, uh, even with the shape shifting, you could show up one way and be another way, but you have a perfect harmony, a perfect balance within self to be able to do all this. Okay. I'm also saying with the graveyard here, a lot of you could have paranormal experiences, okay, whether you accept them or you don't, because everybody's indifferent with it. I feel that for a lot of you, you have the potential. I'm also getting necromancy. Okay, so some of you could do necromancy. Some of you may just like to talk to the dead. Some of you may do seances. Okay, maybe some of you have tried seances. You're interested in doing a seance. But you guys have potential to, I'm feeling for a lot of you, since you were a child, you're able to communicate with the other side. Okay. Um, but I'm seeing that very strongly here as well. And like I said, I'm also getting protection here as well. So there is protection bestowed upon you. With the mischief card for group 1, I'm getting a lot of you, if you guys have happened to, whether you were younger or now, whatever the case may be, there may be some, at some point in time in your life, maybe a couple times where you found yourself coming off clean or getting away with something that maybe you shouldn't have gotten away with. I see that your guardian demons were behind this, helping you. But you have the gift of, and I'm not promoting or condoning like anybody do anything because I'm saying this. That's not what I'm saying. But there may be things that maybe weren't the greatest or something like that, or you did something that maybe you should have been caught for, and you kind of feel like you get lucky, like that doesn't happen to you. Okay, so I am seeing the gift of that happening here. The gift of concealment is definitely something coming in here. Like you guys are really cloaked. Okay, I don't know. Um, I don't know, but I'm seeing with this balance here and invocation. Invocation. It's like you guys just have a very balanced way of doing things. Okay, it's like you guys are also very good at working with the light and the dark energies. You accept both, which is good. Okay. Um, but with invocation and ritual, rituals are very powerful. Okay, some of you could work with mirror magic. I'm getting return to senders, return to sender, uh, reflection magic. Okay. Um, but very powerful. There's something powerful here. Okay, you guys may be informed because I did say something about the forbidden knowledge here with the apples, with the invocation card and the ritual. I am seeing, like, if you see how this light or this power, whatever, this energy here goes up and down. So again, you guys are tapped into both sides. Okay, so I'm feeling balance, balanced energy, balanced in your rituals. You guys may have the power to, the gift bestowed you is you reflect to people what they need to see as well. So some of you may identify with triggering people at some point in time in your life, or you find it often. There's jealousy that comes along. There's, I don't know, just people are triggered by you, group 1. And that's why you may have the concealment too, the cloak and the protection, because you're meant to do this. You're meant to act as a mirror. This is also something that helps to heal people because they need to see this and reflect within themselves. They need to be shown certain aspects that they need to be triggered in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And that's what I think that you do to people. So if that's what happens, this is the reason why, because it's actually a gift, believe it or not. You're actually helping somebody in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Your presence alone, when you show up, you trigger certain people's demons that they have not harnessed. Okay. Um, I'm seeing Kabbalah here. Kabbalah. Okay, the tree of life. Something with your ancestral lineage as well is coming through. So maybe your ancestors have done things like this. Maybe your ancestors, I don't know, maybe they did rituals. Okay. And then with the High Priestess, the Conduit card, you guys receive a lot of downloads. You guys are very wise. Like I said, you work with both light and dark. You're able to understand both aspects, and that's what the High Priestess does. She's the gatekeeper of knowledge. She is aware of occult knowledge. She is aware of very powerful knowledge. Okay, that's what the High Priestess is. Um, she is able to operate from both high and low. Okay, when she's at her lowest, or she goes into the dark, she knows how to gravitate back out. She makes the dark her home just as much as she can make the light her home. Okay, but she brings in that balance. You guys could be, like I said, uh, a group that has been bestowed the gift to communicate with the other side, receive messages from the other side. So you guys may have dreams as well that come through that may not make sense. I'm getting mediums here for some of you as well. All right. So let's take a look at why you were marked. Okay, so we have the Hierophant and we have Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm going to tell you, you were marked since birth. So it's like your soul was already marked since birth. Okay, so if you believe in reincarnation or being sent here on this plane, on this earth, to learn, but to teach other people things, this is exactly what it is, okay? Because the Hierophant can also be higher level learning. It could be a spiritual teacher, spiritual guru of some kind, okay? But I see you have been marked since birth, okay? You have been marked since birth. Because with the Ace of Cups, this is like new. Aces are new. So right at birth, you were already marked. And I think it's to trigger people's shadows, really be like these gifts you're supposed to kind of collaborate all together with, because it's something that's going to help you, to help other people, to shed light on certain things. You know, we got to operate in the dark a little bit. And when I say operate in the dark, again, it's not meaning evil, okay? Um, Certain people are on a path of light, if you will, and other people take the darker path. The darker path is just to help others and yourself integrate shadows. You're showing people everything and everyone in this world has a purpose. Okay, we all operate with a purpose. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys. This is why you were marked. Okay. So group one, that is the message that I have received for you. If you guys enjoyed the reading, please give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next reading. Bye, guys. All right, group number two, welcome into your reading. So, what is your mark of the beast? All right, so we're going to find out what your mark of the beast is. In other words, what gifts were bestowed upon you. And then we're going to find out why were you marked with the occult tarot. Okay, so we'll take a look at that towards the end of your reading. So let's see. We have High Priestess or High Priest, responsibility. We have Homeland with Foundation. We have Coming of Winter, number 11. We have Black Cat, number 7. We have number 20 with Crone, Death. We have number 3, Aradia with Magic. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. All right, group 2. So, what is your mark of the beast? Why, or excuse me, what gifts were bestowed upon you from your guardian demons? All right. I'm seeing a lot of death. Okay, a lot of death, which means a lot of transformation for you guys. Okay. The gift that has been bestowed upon you is the gift of shedding, the gift of transformation. All right. You guys are able to deal with transformation a lot better than most. Okay, this is probably I believe anybody on this journey really goes through heavy transformation. Like it's obviously it's painful. It's not always pleasant. But this group in particular, you may have gone through some heavy things to transform and shed. And I think that the gift bestowed upon you is one, not giving up in your transformation, no matter how hard it is. Okay, shedding. Really, you guys shed your you shed the old self very quickly. Okay, like any lessons that have been thrown your way from your guardian demons, you're able to overcome them. Okay, you're able to go through these transformations very quickly and with really no problem. And that's not to say that you don't feel any type of way about it. I'm sure you do, but you are able to handle it a lot better than you think than other people would. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. With the black cat here, some of you may have familiars, okay, specifically a black cat. For others of you, you could have been bestowed by your guardian demon a familiar. So if your pet acts kind of funny or strange, or you've been questioning, like, my animal that I have doesn't seem like they're normal in some way, shape, or form, it's because your animal is a familiar. Okay, that is why. So they say, I'm getting witch vibes here too, by the way, with the Aradia and the Black Cat card. So some of you, and with the crone, I'm getting Hecate, however you like to pronounce her name. Okay, so I may have witches here. Okay, or you could identify more as being a witch. You could work with dark magic. You could be a satanic witch. I have brought that up a couple times in my reading, so I may have somebody here that identifies with that. Um, but again, I was going back to the familiars. I just lost what I was going to say. Yeah, I lost what I was going to say. If it comes back, I'll say it. Um, but your guardian, oh, that's what I was going to say. So familiars are basically, they say they're lower class demons. They're like imps, okay? So you may have a familiar that is a demon, okay? A lower ranking demon, so to speak. So I do see with you guys, besides the transformation and things like that, another reason why you do this is because you either identify as a high priestess or a high priest, okay? You are being given knowledge, that you're like a gatekeeper of knowledge, okay? So I see that you guys are able to both work with dark and light. You guys could be learning about the occult. You guys could know quite a few things about the occult, no matter what it is. Demonolatry, witchcraft, the Kabbalistic tree, things of that nature. Like you, even I see maybe for some of you, because especially with the crone here, the crone, the mother, the maiden, the crone. Okay, so this is an elevated pile, I feel. So these are the gifts that have been bestowed upon you. You have the gift of knowledge, okay, the gift of wisdom, which is very powerful. And I see on top of that, because of this, because of how much you've learned, how much you've grown, how much you've shed, um, you guys, your magic is very powerful. Okay, very powerful. I mean, this woman, she looks very powerful. She's very serious. Okay, she's very balanced. I see the balance. You guys could work with all different types of magic. Okay, you guys could be interested in different types of magic, learning about different types of magic, or you feel called to. Okay. Um, Homeland and Foundation. Remembering self, remembering who you are. Okay, I feel that is part of your journey as well, part of the gift that has been bestowed you. And remembering who you are internally is a very big gift. Okay, a lot of us lose ourselves. We don't know who we are. Okay, so you are able, with all this transformation, this death that I get, you guys are able to shed those false layers of self that you have been molded to believe that you are. And you guys are really, you have the gift to really dive deep within self and figure out who you are. Okay, and that is a gift. Wisdom in that is a gift. All right, because that means that you're able to be very authentic with yourself. You know who you are. Okay, you know what you stand for. You know what you believe in. You know, you're just authentic. Okay, this is not a pile that is wearing a mask, so to speak. Okay, we take the mask off. Um, but that's what I'm seeing for you guys. You guys, this is very powerful that you guys have been given. Okay, knowledge of the high priestess or the high priest, the protection, um, the familiar spirits, doing witchcraft, and having this knowledge. Like this is not a pile that has. This is a pile that has shed quite a few layers. You've gone through quite a good amount of shadow work. Some of you could identify as a life path 3, life path 7, or life path 11. Don't have to be, but those are what's coming up. Um, but that's what I'm seeing. That's the gift that has been bestowed upon you. Now, let's take a look at why were you marked. Okay, so I got 3 cards for you guys. So we have the Chariot, we have the Devil, and we have 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to say something. So before coming on this path, why you were marked, okay, before all this happened, you guys may have had a different religion. Maybe you guys didn't know anything about this stuff. You guys have been marked by literally Satan himself, okay? The devil, Lucifer, whoever you would like to identify him as. Um, he sees you as a warrior, okay? He sees potential in you, warrior potential, okay? The 4 of Pentacles here. Hmm. I get that you may have, I don't want to say later in life, but this isn't something, like, this isn't a path that you got into right away. Okay, this is not, like, you've been doing this for a little bit. I see this, especially with the crone, and especially with the high priestess or high priest card. You guys have been doing this for a while. I feel that your mark came a little bit later. Like, you had to, like I said, this pile, you've shed a lot. You've shed a lot of false identification, false sense of self. Like you've come into a different power. You guys are like warriors, okay? Fighters, spiritual warriors specifically, okay? Um, you have been marked because there's potential in you. There's a lot of potential that has been seen in you, okay? And with the 4 of Pentacles, it's like it had to be, this mark had to be held back for a minute. Like it had to come to you at the right time. And what I mean by the mark, I'm kind of getting like you being brought into this path, because I don't feel this group, like this wasn't your religion or your belief system in the beginning. Okay, I don't feel that way for this pile. I feel you guys went through some kind of bizarre transformation, something set it off, um, and that's when the mark happened. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you resonate with this, it'll make sense. Okay, but yeah, you were literally marked by Satan himself, and he purposely held this off until he felt you were ready. So whatever this was previously, like you guys may have experienced some random bizarre things that happened before you got into this path. Like it was like right in your face. Okay, so again, very specific. But if you resonate with this, then you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, so group 2, I'm going to leave it here. This is the message I have received for you. So if you guys liked it, please give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next reading. Bye, guys. All right, group 3, welcome into your reading. So what is your mark of the beast? And then, so we're basically going to be taking a look at gifts that have been bestowed to you from your guardian demon, okay? And then towards the end of your reading, we're going to look at why were you marked with the occult tarot here that I have. So before I get into your reading, group 3, I am going to say this pile specifically, and I didn't get, I got a lot of channeled messages for you guys. I didn't get channeled messages for any other pile, okay? So I'm going to read off my paper what I got. There's quite a few messages. If they resonate, great. If they don't, that's fine. Leave it and just let's see, if anything resonates when we get into the cards, okay? All right, so the channel messages that I got. Some of you could be afraid of your gifts, okay? Not really embracing them as much, okay? You may have experienced something that scared you when it came to your gifts. This pile specifically, some of you may be questioning if this is your path, if you chose the right path. I was getting resistance here, okay? Even when I was shuffling the cards and I was pre-pulling for this pile, I was getting resistance. You were the only pile I got a lot of resistance to, okay? Chaos magic, okay? Some of you could be very good at chaos magic. But I was feeling also when I was shuffling the cards as well. So not only was there resistance, but your cards were going all over the place. It's like I had no control over it. Okay. So that to me is telling me that there's a lot of pent up energy, pent up power within yourself. Okay. There's a need for you to embrace the darkness and the unknown. So I don't know if some of you are afraid of this path. And I got another channel message. Do not be afraid to work with your guardian demons. Okay. Some of you may be working with demons, maybe your first time. Maybe you've been doing it for a little bit. You're still questioning your path. Some of you could be afraid to work with them because of what you've been told. You may be seeing them in a certain way. All right. I got another channel message of embrace your gifts. Do not contain them. I feel like you guys are holding yourself back. All right. You're not embracing who you are internally, these gifts that have been bestowed upon you. Okay. I got the magician energy. So the magician card. Okay. There was a need for you guys to look up the magician card in the tarot. Look up its meaning. Like really, really look up its meaning. Understand what it means. Okay. You're being called to understand the magician card. A lot of you are master manifestors, and a lot of you could identify as a satanic witch. I was getting that a lot in my readings lately. Okay, so let's get into your reading. So let's see, we're going to take a look at why you are marked towards the end of your reading. 1 second. Nothing is working. All right. All right, so gifts bestowed upon you from your guardian demon. Okay, so we have scrying mirror with shadow. We have cauldron with containment. I'm going to leave this card upright, this cauldron card, but I am going to say that it did come out in the reverse. Okay. Then we have witch, number 43. We have the underworld, number 40. We have number 7 with spellcasting, manifestation. And we have number 42, magical tools, magnification. And this is, when I was looking at this card, this is where I got the need for you to study the magician card. Your group, I don't know, some of you may be afraid of your path that you're on, okay? Like maybe you're internally at war, like, is this right? Maybe you have people putting things in your head, like, if you told certain people and they're a different religion or they believe in something else, and now they're kind of integrating and not integrating, they're kind of like putting their opinions onto you, like maybe telling you, well, this is wrong, you shouldn't be doing this, demons are bad, blah, blah, blah. Like, these are not people who understand this path, okay? And if you guys are identifying with this and this is making sense to you so far, the first thing that I'm going to tell you, I struggled with this a lot, okay? I wasn't very open, not that I shout my religion or anything, what I believe in out in the rooftops, even though I'm filming on YouTube. But I'm not ashamed anymore of who I am, like what I believe in, okay? It did take me a little bit because obviously this is not a path that everybody is open to saying out in the world, okay? Everybody is all God, 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 and that's fine. I have come to realize that, we all walk specific paths for certain reasons, okay? People who do not understand this path, it is because they are not meant to understand this path, okay? And I think that's something here that group 3 you need to understand. The way that this society has deemed demons, or these demons that we talk about, if I'm going to take it to a biblical sense because that's more so where this wounding comes from, is religion. Okay. I Demons have, they play a part, but these are ancient beings that were also angels. Okay. They came to the world. If you look at the Bible, okay, because I feel like some of you may have grown up with a different religion, and maybe this is what's also, kind of causing you to pull back and forth. Okay, I don't know, maybe that's for some of you. But again, I am going to take this in a biblical sense. So if it offends anybody, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not trying to, but this is just, I'm trying to get a point across. Every being in this world has its reason for existing. Okay. Um, this religion has demonized these beings. These demons or fallen angels, whatever you want to call them, they originally were sent to Earth to teach people, teach humanity. Okay. Um, and within this, when you teach humanity, we all have our own inner demons. Like if you think about religion in a different concept, it says everything basically serves its own purpose. Okay. Um, the light serves a reason, but if we all lived in light, you know, we wouldn't know how to grow. Okay. We'd all just be, content with everything. I feel that going through shadow aspects or darker aspects kind of gives us some kind of purpose in some way, shape, or form, and that's my opinion. Um, because if we just sat in light all day long, it's, I don't know. Like everything has its purpose. It just needs a balance. I don't know how else to put this, but these are ancient beings that, once upon a time they were angelic too, if you want to take it to a biblical term, okay? But I'm just getting a lot of you. There's a need for you to embrace who you are. Just embrace that dark part. The darkness is not evil, okay? Um, I think that a lot of you have been told this, and that's not it. That's not it, okay? From a viewpoint, like doing this path, I have personally discovered different things. I think about demons in a different way. Okay, I at first I was afraid. I was scared to death to work with demons. I was afraid to sit in the dark. I was afraid to do my rituals. I did them all in the light. I was so scared. Um, Now I'm not. And it did take me a little bit of time because I didn't fully understand what it was that I was working with. So I think for this group, uh, it's more so advice that I'm giving. It's you guys need to sit down. If you feel uncomfortable, I always recommend anytime you work with something new or you want to do something new that you're unfamiliar with, but you feel called to do it, get more knowledge, gain more knowledge and study it. Okay, maybe start with witchcraft first if you feel interested in witchcraft. Okay, start with this first because working with demons can be complicated. Okay, start with the basics. Start with what the herbs mean. Start with crystals if you feel drawn to working with crystals. Learn about runes. Learn about scrying because I have the scrying mirror here. A lot of you need to dive more into your shadow self, your darkness. Okay, and start embracing it. I talk about shadow integration all the time on my channel because it's so important. It's so important to accept who we are. If we went around, first off, this life is meant for us to live. We're not living this life for other people. We are living this life for ourselves. Okay? However you identify, whatever you're into, whatever you want, liberate yourself and accept that. Accept that about yourself. If somebody has a problem with what you believe in, but you're force fed to accept their stuff, to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be around that. Okay, I would accept that person for who they are. I wouldn't force feed my religion or my beliefs on them, But if somebody's doing that to you, I I personally I actually stopped associating with people who did that. There are a couple people that know that I identify as a Satanist. Um, and I told them, like, they were shocked, but it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change who who they know me as. It doesn't change my personality. So if you liked me then and then all of a sudden I tell you what I believe in, now all of a sudden you don't like me, it's because you just passed judgment on me because of something. Okay? So I don't know. I think some of you need to hear that message. Okay? But you guys have a lot of gifts, powerful manifestation gifts, healing gifts as well. A lot of you could work at your altar. A lot of you, like I said, you could really step into witchcraft first before working with the underworld. Maybe as you're studying these things, maybe start understanding, study demonology, get into demonology, like study about the demons, what they mean. Um, there's a need for you to really accept your power here. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, looking into the darkness, looking into self, uh, mastering being okay with darkness. Okay, not seeing it as scary, seeing it as a beautiful place for you to rebirth. All right, I feel like it's more advice that I'm giving you, group three, because I feel like you guys are very. I just get a sense of fear, and I don't know if it's projection from other people or it is. I don't know. You feel like it's wrong. I mean, do whatever you feel. Listen to yourself. Do what's best for you. If this is not a path that you're ready to be on, that's fine. Okay? Like I said, if you feel the call to be on this path, do something lighter. Because, like I said, working with demons could be a heavy thing. Okay? Could be. Get into witchcraft first. That's actually how I started, to be honest with you. Uh, I always was interested in demons and Satanism when I was a kid. I just never pursued it. So it's always been there within my heart and my soul, but it was never like I didn't have a full understanding, okay, of what the path actually meant because it holds a very, very deep meaning, okay? Um, but yeah, definitely don't contain your power. I think you guys are just coming into your power or just starting to accept or there's a need to. You guys are very, very powerful, okay? You guys are able to really embrace the darkness. You're able to really integrate and work with the underworld. Like the underworld does accept you. Like those demons, they do accept you. Okay. You guys are people here that could really work well with demons if you learn to really tap into your gifts. Okay, so this this gift here of the underworld and the shadow here with the scrying mirror, you guys are meant to unlock, and I'm saying meant to unlock because I don't think you've stepped into it yet. You guys are meant to unlock some very, very powerful things. Okay, very powerful things. All right. But I think, like I said, you guys are being called to start working with, um, start with the basics. Okay, start with the basics. Practice spell casting. Okay, and remember, as above, so below. All right, so basically, what you reap is what you sow. All right, so karma is a real thing. So always remember uh, what you're doing. You should really focus your magic on yourself, not really so much other people. Unless you feel like you need protection or somebody's trying to harm you or do something, energetically or whatever the case may be. Um, you know. So let's see, why were you marked? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. We have Temperance. And we have the Moon. Okay. You were marked. I feel you guys have been initiated in some way, shape, or form. That is what I am going to say. Okay. You guys have been welcomed into this path to find balance, to find healing, because I think that this group is in need of shadow healing. Okay, so you may identify with uh, going down the path of healing your shadow self. Okay, balancing both light and dark. With the moon card here, I'm getting like you guys are meant to dive into the unknown, embrace the unknown. Okay, and I see that that may be a challenge for some of you, maybe scary for some of you, like I said. But I promise you, the unknown can be scary, but we have to embrace it. And that's why I was getting chaos, chaos magic. Uh, there's a need for you to embrace the energy of chaos, okay? The unknown. We're not always fully in control of everything, all right? So this is the reading that I have received for you, group number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next reading. Bye, guys.